Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Brothers and sisters, today in front of the White House, Sikhs from Indian occupied Punjab and our Kashmiri brothers and sisters are giving a clear message. Yesterday was President's Day, and we know that the foundations of this great country, on the basis of Declaration of Independence of July 4th, 1776, are very clear, which begins with these words, all men are created equal. That is the basis, that is the foundation of great democracy of America. On the other hand, the so-called largest democracy on this planet, which has become a Nazi-cracy, as we see, thou in name Indian Constitution has been called as a secular constitution, but the rulers, those who are ruling today since 2014, now they are even bent upon destroying that constitution against which thou Sikhs never accepted this constitution. As most of you know, that Article 25B of Indian Constitution clubs Sikhs, Buddhists and Jains as Hindus. And that was the time when two Sikh representatives in the Constituent Assembly, Bhupinder Singh Maan and Sardar Hukam Singh, they rose up, they said, this is betrayal of the Sikhs, this is betrayal of the promises made to the Sikhs, we reject this constitution. Fact of the matter is that de facto we may have been captured in Indian map, but de juris we have never accepted Indian constitution. So our struggle for our own freedom started from the day when we rejected this constitution. But contrary to that, Kashmiri leader Sheikh Abdullah, who at that time, as was Master Tara Singh, very gullible and vulnerable, believed on the promises of Nehru and his ilk, and Article 370 was incorporated in the basic draft of Indian Constitution of January 26, 1950. What we are seeing now, that how on August 5th, almost 6.5 months ago, their parliament, their upper house, their lower house, they abrogated Article 370. They even destroyed the whole existence of the Jammu and Kashmir state by dividing it into two union territories. One is Jammu Kashmir and one is the Ladakh. And for the past more than 6.5 months, our Kashmiri brothers and sisters are in an open jail. And the way, in spite of that, two briefings have been held here in US Congress, in spite of that 3 times United Nations Security Council closed door meetings have taken place, in spite of the fact that in the UK Parliament, the chair, the lady who rose that voice, how she has been humiliated and deported from Delhi to Dubai. This is the story of yesterday. And unfortunately, our President Trump, we don't have anything against the American system, but as an American citizen, we have the right to tell to our president that a country which is based on basic values of dignity, human rights, should not embrace the man whose hands are smeared with the blood of thousands of innocent Muslims in 2002, who was denied visa to United States of America for the past 12 years, and in the last almost 7 years since 2014, his policies, they have been against the Sikhs of India, they have been against Kashmiris, against the northeastern Nagas and other tribals, and against more than 100 million so-called untouchables. Sikhs for Justice deserves our congratulations that for the past couple of years, the way they have raised the flag of Khalistan, whatever the referendum 2020 is, it is well within the ambit of UN Charter of Human Rights, which gives the right of self-determination to the people. And we are seeing on one hand that United Nations Secretary General, yesterday he was at Kartarpur Sahib, bowing his head before Guru Granth Sahib, taking langar along with the others, a person who is the Secretary General, President of 193 member country body, United Nations. On one hand, they are bowing their head before the teachings of Guru Nanak Sahib. We are thankful to Pakistan government that on November 9th, the way Kartarpur corridor, in spite of all the obstacles put by the Modi government, was open. That is a corridor of peace. And we are here to give the message, as President Trump will be meeting Modi on 24th and 25th. He'll be staying for 3 hours in Ahmedabad. But what we are seeing, that half-mile road where over 20,000 people live in a slum condition, a 6 feet high wall is being raised to hide their poverty. On one hand, India claims that Gujarat was a development model of India, and all the world media is asking that what is the need to spend 100 crore rupees to raise half-mile wall to hide its poverty. The fact of the matter is, India, which is a failed state, Modi, which has taken the country to the ruins, there is no doubt about it. Their GDP, their overall image in the world today, it is not India, which sometimes back Americans used to think towards India by saying it is a land of Gandhi, it is a land of yoga, land of mysticism. Today it is a land of Nazi Germany, and there is no doubt about it. Out of 700 plus members of European Parliament, 600 members of European Parliament have moved 6 resolutions saying that they have abrogated Article 370. They are following the policies, Citizenship Amendment Act, their national population of registration, national population of citizenship, whatever acts they are coming up with today, from Shaheen Bagh, Delhi to Jora Bagh, Lucknow, at 92 places. Lakhs of people are on the roads protesting against this Nazi-like politics of India. And our message to our dear President is, President Trump, you are a very kind of man who can take, on one hand you were talking about mediation in the Kashmir thing 3 times. Here when Imran Khan was visiting here, then in New York, then in Davos, Switzerland, you said you are ready for mediation. We as Sikhs, we as Kashmiris are asking that over 1,330,000,000 live in that part of the world, which is an artificial union like Soviet Union and Yugoslavia. Soviet Union disintegrated due to the reason that what they did to the Baltic states of Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, how basic freedoms were denied to them, how the people of Chechnya, people of Ukraine and others were put to tyranny. Similarly is the story of Yugoslavia. India is going down the same path. Historically, United States is known as the champion of human rights. When I decided to come in this country in the late 1980s, I was looking around the world, what is happening to my brothers and sisters in Punjab. America was the only hope that where we can raise our voice, and we are thankful to this country that it has given us the right of self-expression, independent thinking, and certainly political asylum to our hundreds of thousands of Sikhs around America and Canada. But today again we are demanding, President Trump, from you as a guardian of the rights of the people of this country, America as being the only superpower on this world, you have the responsibility towards the Sikhs of Punjab, to our Kashmiri brothers, to our northeastern Naga and Mizo brothers, and other minorities across India. Today, India is on the same path what was Nazi Germany in the 1930s. And we should remember that was the time when President Roosevelt was the president, and when some members from this country went to meet him to tell that what is happening to Jews in Nazi Germany, to the Gypsies, to the civil libertarians, to the Catholics, to the communists. And Roosevelt said, He said, my sources have told me in Germany everything is great. Markets are full of people, trains are running on time, buses are running on time, everything is okay. And when the Second World War ended, we heard the stories of millions and millions of innocent people in the concentration camps, in the gas chambers. Then the slogan was raised, never again, never again. But President Trump, it is happening right now in India. Already the genocide of Muslims in Kashmir have started. Already Sikh genocide, 3 Sikh genocides. One, a full-scale attack in the first week of June 1984 on our sanctum Darbar Sahib, and 37 Sikh historical shrines took place in which thousands of innocent Sikh pilgrims were killed. Then in the first week of November 84, thousands upon thousands of Sikhs were burnt alive in Delhi, Kanpur, Bokaro, in 27 states of India. And between 84 and 94, over 50,000 Sikh young men were eliminated from the face of Punjab villages. The same is happening in Kashmir. Their head of the defense, Mr. Bipin Rawat, in a Raisina dialogue, he said, we have de-radicalization camps in whole of India. What is happening to the Kashmiri youngsters between the ages of 10 and 30? They are being picked up from their homes, they are being taken to other places in India and tortured and giving them the Vande Mataram lesson. And we are here, and referendum 2020, which is our demand, which is well within the ambit of international law, well within the ambit of Charter of Human Rights, and Sikhs for Justice, which is a non-profit registered organization, President Trump, in this country. This organization has been banned. Over 200 activists of Sikhs for Justice in Punjab who peacefully are demanding the right of self-determination, they have been put behind bars under the sedition charges. In Punjab, even Sikh youngsters, those who have some books based on what has happened to the Sikhs, even they are being charged under sedition. What kind of this democracy is India? And when you will meet him and your own 4 powerful senators, bipartisan senators, they have shot you a letter to your Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, just 4 days ago, that don't forget what is happening in India, don't forget what is happening in Kashmir. And here we are to give a reminder, Mr. President, that ultimately history will judge you, that how you were able to stand for the people, those who are oppressed, suppressed and repressed, or you just for few your own gains or for few deals of Apache helicopter or $2.5 billion, some trade deals, you will be bartering away, you will be trading away the very values of human rights and all. And today this message, I'll raise 10 slogans, 5 for our own country, which we will liberate from Vaga across up to the banks of Jamuna, which is Sikh homeland, for which over 100,000 Sikh youngsters have paid with their prices. The great saint of 20th century, Sant Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Pindrawale, he said, Khalsa Ji, Shahidan de Khoon da Haq lene. We swear by the blood of our martyrs that we will liberate our homeland from the yoke of Indian regime, from the Indian army jackboot. And let we raise 5 slogans for Khalistan and 5 for our Kashmiri brothers and sisters. Dr. Ghulam Nabi Fai, President of Kashmir American Council, is here. Our sister Gonzala, Motrama Gonzala, is here. They will also share their views. Let we अकाल तख्त तो आई आवाज, 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 आजाद कश्मीर, आजाद कश्मीर जिंदाबाद, आजाद कश्मीर जिंदाबाद, आजाद कश्मीर जिंदाबाद, आजाद कश्मीर जिंदाबाद। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।